What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all for tuning back in. We got some fun stuff going on today. Well, it's Sunday. I'm not going to dive off into a whole lot, but I've got something cool that I think y'all will like. I did want to bring y'all along and let y'all see it and let y'all school me on it, because I don't know anything about it. I don't have a clue what I'm messing with or what I'm doing. So I'm going to show it to y'all and let y'all chime in on the comments. Tell me what I need. Tell me where I need to go to buy parts or accessories or whatever I need. So yeah, y'all hang out. We're gonna walk over here, see what we got, and y'all help me out on this, because I am as lost as a goose in a hailstorm on this particular ordeal. Y'all ready to see this? Shall I show y'all? Nah. Alright, so what we're going to do, I've done decided that I'm going to put the blower on this 351 Windsor in this van. I'm just kidding. I'm being silly and being stupid, y'all. Alright, so y'all remember us going to Paul's place. And Paul is the guy that I got the blower from. And he has become a good friend. We've talked several times on the phone. We text pretty regular. Y'all seen that Paul has got some beautiful, beautiful rides. I mean, he's got some fine cars, y'all. 33s, 34s, 32s. That black one, oh gosh, that Roadster, that Flathead. Man, he just got some fine, fine stuff. Well, Paul hit me up and he said, hey man, can you look in the intake that come with the blower that you got from me and see if I left a cooling temperature sensor in there? And of course I looked, and yes, it was in there, and he needed it back to go on the car that he's working on. So he sent me a list of things that he thought he had forgot or things that he needs, and me and Jennifer gathered that up, went back to Paul's yesterday. It's about a 40-minute drive from here, so it's not bad at all. And we got there, and I didn't film nothing. I forgot. I even had the GoPro with us, but I didn't film anything, and I should have. So, long story short, Paul had something in the floor of his shop that me and Bob liked on the video, and I asked Paul about it, and he said, well, if you and Bob want to fool with this, he said, load it up and take it with you. And I'm like, are you serious? He said, yeah. He said, hopefully y'all will return the favor if I ever need anything. And I said, of course, man. I said, we are those type guys, you know. Scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's the way it should work. So anyway, this is what we got. Now, I am super, super new to this. I have never ever owned a Hemi motor in my life, but from what I can gather, the numbers that I have got off the block, and once I get it unloaded, I will try to get y'all a picture, and maybe y'all can help me decode this thing. But I think it's a 1955 Dodge Hemi, and I'm confused on if it's a red round motor or a DeSoto motor. I hadn't made heads or tails, but I'm pretty sure. I do know by the casting number that it is a 1955 and it is a 270, and when I run the part number on the intake, it's also pulling up the same thing. So if it is a Dodge, it says it would have come in a Dodge truck. So does that make it a red ram engine? I know there's Fire Domes and there's DeSotos and there's Chryslers and different things, but I don't know. I'm thinking I'm headed down the right road. The reason being I'm asking all these questions because this was once a running motor, of course, duh, Wesley, but I want to get it out of the truck today, and I'm going to try to figure out how to build some sort of stand to set it on. I don't know if it's too heavy for your standard El Cheapo engine stand from like O'Reilly's. I have a couple of them. I got a couple heavy duty engine stands, but they've all got like big blocks on them. And so what I'd love to do is build something to set it on, because it looks like this is the motor mount. It don't have the motor mounts under here like the Chrysler does, like the 331, I think. Still learning, y'all. So hey, put in the comments. I do not know. So all this is a learning curve for me. But if I can get it mounted on something here today, and get it figured out, I'd love to try to crank this thing. I walked around and looked and could not find an engine stand that I was willing to modify to hold this motor. So I used the lift to get it out of the truck, and I have come up with a plan that's temporarily. So I got my helper here. Hi, Madison.
Hi.
She's shy. And we are fixing to go get our engine cradle, our engine hoist, stand. Y'all gonna laugh when y'all see it. So let me and Madison go drag it out of the woods, and we'll be back. All right, guys, there it is. Me and Madison went and drug it out of the woods. I think it was kind of hard to push around here, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Used to have a welder on this little old trailer. I think Dylan drug this up from somewhere, but it's not very wide. Let me kind of blow it off and clean it up a little bit, and me and Madison is going to roll this underneath the Hemi and see if we can't mock up some mounts to hold it in place. And this will work for now. We can move it around the shop, in and out, until we can get a engine stand strong enough to hold the motor. Well, let me give y'all a little update. So I just found some tubing laying under the welding table over there. Just some little thin wall stuff and some old plate that was left over from something. Lord only knows, I keep everything. But I welded that plate to the top of here. I cut this little notch out right here with a plasma cutter where I can run me a nut up on here in case this thing's wanting to fly off the trailer with all that horsepower. But anyway, this bar is not square with the engine. So if you come up here, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but anyway, it's not square. So this one's going to weld right in here on the back side of this cross brace, and then this one's going to weld right here on this side of the cross brace. I was going to come to here, but I had to move it back to have enough meat to split the difference. So I'm going to weld them in place. And oh yeah, the motor ain't level neither. It's a little, looking at it from this angle, it's leaning to the right, and those stands are 8 inches. I measured them, make sure I didn't cut wrong. So that homemade motor mount or bar system, I don't know if that comes on this. I don't know if it's homemade. Y'all fill me in and let me know. Is not true. But hey, all we're trying to do is crank this thing and run it. Right now, I'm just hoping that it ain't locked up or froze up. If it is, I hope it's not as bad as that blue C10. Good Lord, that was terrible. All right, let me get them stands welded in place and get that thing unhooked from the lift, and let's see what we're dealing with. We'll be back. All right, guys, looks like 2 cylinders have had a little water in them, because the reason I know the end of the plug was rusty, and it was a little aggravating coming out. So this one's had a little water in it. This one looks good. Then that one looks good. And this one directly across from it had a little water in it. But you know what?
What?
I'm gonna give them a little drink. Pour a little Marble Mystery Oil down in there. Get that lined up. There we go.
Do you hold it?
Yeah. Do it. Okay.
Well, that was just a shot.
Oh yeah. Ain't gonna hurt nothing, I can promise you. Y'all explain something to me, because I don't know. Are you supposed to pull these tubes out when you pull the plugs, or does a tube stay in the plug, come out with like a spark plug socket with a rubber boot in there to hold the plug? Or is this how you change plugs? You pull the, what do we nickname them? Spark plug tubes?
Yeah, that's what I call them.
Yeah, what's the correct name for those things, guys? What kind of socket is that down there? A twirly one.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
You know what that's for?
I do not.
You stuck a rod through below the radiator and turn and put it in there, and you hand crank it. Yes, I'm serious. See how this locks?
Yeah.
And when it cranked, it just slipped right out. I hate to be the dude to crank it.
I'd be on the side of the road all the time.
I mean, that fella had some arms. Let me find a big socket and let's just try. Winner, chicken dinner.
What size did it end up being?
Yeah, it says it's 1 3/4, but it don't fit the best in the world. Oh no. Oh, what?
Well, you're the motor breaker looser professional, so.
Oh, sounds good. Oh God.
What?
It's the nut.
What's the nut?
Turning.
How do you know?
Because I just looked at the pulley. Dadgummit.
So what does that mean?
It means it's stuck bad.
Oh, there it goes.
Please. You can do it. Okay. I gotta rest for a minute. Whew. I'm gonna put some mark right here. And we'll do it like this. So we're gonna. All right, this is where we're starting from. Let's see how far it's going around. So right there.
Well, that's pretty good though.
So
it's more than the C10 did.
It's gonna be them 2 cylinders that had water in them.
Think so?
Yep. It's got a rust ring in it, I bet. We hit all of them with a little bit of old WD. Come on, baby. Ah. Ooh.
Oh my, it's spitting out stuff.
What?
Yep.
What? WD-40 to the rescue. All right, WD-40, you just broke this motor loose. I'm gonna need a sponsorship.
Still moving though. It's just making noise.
WD-40, I take all that back. Okay.
So how did somebody crank it like that?
Huh?
There's no way to go fast enough to crank that.
Well, that's back when men were men. Back in the 50s, everybody didn't have one of these. It was all right here.
Yeah, but still though.
Yeah, I mean, it was bare knuckle fights and yeah, thank you, gearhead gods. Thank you, dear Lord. It's free, it's rolling over. I done got nervous there for a minute. So, I bet you that we can find a YouTube video of some fella cranking this by hand.
I want to see it. You find it.
Okay.
Because I don't believe you.
Probably can type in, hand cranking my Hemi. Just let me hook a battery on it and spin it over.
Okay.
See if that starter's any good. It's probably gonna blow crap all over the place. You might have to stand over it with a rag because I don't want it blowing on the...
Yeah, it's already spit some out on the floor, just you turning it over there.
Right. Moment of truth.
Let's hear it.
All right. I'm afraid to stand there now.
You're gonna get blowed in the face. Let me get your umbrella.
All right, hang on. We'll do that one like that. Better put something with a little weight on there. Pry bar on this side. There you go. Another pry bar on the other side. There you go. Okay. Now, if it cranks, I need you to pull this wire off.
They ain't got no spark plugs in it.
I'm proud of you.
Testing my stupidity?
No, I'm proud of you. Oh, wow, what is that? Oh, shoot.
Gas?
Goodness gracious, at the water.
Oh, well, it's probably good to do it that way, huh?
All right, let me see the camera. I gotta see what this is, guys. Is that old pressure coming to here? Is that what that is? I mean, what is this thing right here? Where does that go? What does that do? We're gonna have to do some goggling tonight. So that means that she's got water in the oil pan. Mm-hmm. But the oil pump works.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this real quick. Let's drain the oil out of it, and remember that used motor oil we poured in the
Dodge.
Yep. Let's pour it in here, and because it's kind of like Bob says, it's better than what it had. Holy crap! What a gigantic oil plug, boy! I designed that just right. I mean, it's just right there. Okay. All right, guys. Let me get this oil out of here. Wait. Let me get this water out of here, and we'll see what we got. I hope this pan's big enough to hold everything. Oh my God.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of water.
Oh,
God. You better move.
It's
got the diarrhea.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's bad.
Alrighty.
Ew.
And you know, when I checked the dipstick, the oil wasn't milky, it was just black.
Yeah.
I guess it had been setting so long that
Separated.
Yep, settled and separated.
Ew.
Alrighty. She definitely got water in her. That's the reason it was stuck. Oh, God.
Got the squirts.
That daggum thing's been eating Taco Bell. I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Watch. See what you see coming out. This is diesel. So it's flowing clear and it ain't running no more.
I don't see any more gunk in it, no. Yeah. It's close.
They put the plug back in it. I'll have to get on Google or something tonight and see how the oil pump pickup's made. It might, the way it's designed, it might have just loosened up and dropped down. I don't know. Never been in a Hemi. Don't know anything about a Hemi. So, but obviously it's picking up because when we spun it over, it made it to whatever this is right here and started shooting out.
Right.
There's about maybe a gallon of diesel in there. So let's get a gallon of this oil. That way it'll be a mixture of nasty oil and diesel, but it'll kind of help lube and clean at the same time.
Okay.
All right, that'll be about a gallon. All right, plugs in it. Oh yeah. Yeah, ain't very much. Maybe might be 2 gallons total. Now we'll spin the motor over and circulate that throughout the engine, like all its oiling passages, in case there's something stopped up or gunked up from the water being in it, like rust built up in the oil port. And maybe if there is something stopped up or something corroded, that diesel and old burnt motor oil combined, a clean and flush. Then we'll just drop the plug on it and we'll let it drain until tomorrow, and then I'll put some old cheap oil back in it before we go to cranking it or trying to start it.
Okay.
I don't know what that is in there.
What you mean?
So this started blowing water out, and then it started going to the same color as the diesel and the oil, so it pushed the water out. That cylinder right there is full of something, or that header pipe is.
Which one?
The third one back, I think. And I don't know what I did with my light. Here it is.
Oh, I had it.
See it right there?
Oh, it is.
So it looks like marble. Oh, that one too.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it was probably on top of the cylinders and pushed it into the exhaust port and come out. Oh, it's in all of them. It's marble mystery. It's red.
That's good, huh?
That's fine. Yes, that don't bother me one bit. Yep, every one of them's full of marble mystery.
Okay.
So this is crimped right here. So I'm assuming this was an oil pressure gauge right here, but I don't know what this, say like this line right here. I don't see an oil filter. So was there a remote oil filter? Do they have oil filters? I want to cap that off somehow.
Cap off what?
This oil feed line. That way maybe I can spin it over some more. And it won't make a giant mess. So let me get that off and get it kind of capped off, and we'll roll it over quite a few times. We will try that. Don't know what that's for or what it's from. Might be off a ice maker. I don't know. But it was in my fitting drawer. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if it'll blow oil out, and let me see if I can shut it off.
Okay.
Okay. So now, let's see if it'll close off. I have so much to learn about this motor.
I have faith that you can get it.
Well, I'm glad somebody does. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
What happened? Oh, it come out of the
Pipes. Here.
Oh, get your towel back on there.
No, it's coming out of here.
I know. You might as well cover them up with a towel.
Wow.
Well, whew,
I know, I've made a mess, haven't I?
you have.
But hey, we can just hook up to the trailer, I mean the bumper on the truck and drag her out and wash it out. All right, that's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to leave everything just the way it is. Leave the diesel and the oil mixture in it. Leave the Marlboro mystery oil in the zoomies. And let it sit. And tomorrow we'll drain the oil out of it and suck the oil out of the zoomies or whatever we need to do to get it out of there. And I got to figure out why it don't have an oil filter or what that line's for or what all that's for. So it's free, it's turning over, and I'm happy. Just breaking it loose is a good thing to me. This thing has made a mess.
Looks like everything's made a mess in here.
Yeah, that was my fault. You like my custom engine stand?
I think it's pretty awesome.
Well, I was trying to figure out something that I could mount it on to crank it. I didn't have a spare engine stand. And I didn't know if I could take the adapter plate off that the starter bolts to for the Turbo 350, so, oh boy. Yeah, that'll work right there. Okay. That way if it does crank and does run, we're not blowing stuff all over the place. I don't know the firing order on this thing. I don't know anything, so we're gonna have to
Google.
Yeah, Google, definitely. So this is where that adapter goes, right here. Okay. This unbolts and goes right here, and he said you can run anything you want to. I was gonna get the one that goes down, but he said no, that won't work. Then I was gonna get the one that goes forward, and he said no, that won't work with certain headers. So this one comes up right here, and it looks like it's not gonna work.
Why?
I might have to heat this tube and bend it forward or something. I mean, I don't know, we'll try it and see.
Oh, okay.
I guess I could try to crank it without the valve covers being on. That way we can see if it's oiling good.
Is that gunk? Or that's like part of a gasket, huh?
No, that's part of a valve cover gasket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's coming off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so much for that. So put that on your list.
There's probably nobody in 3 states that has any of those. I really just, well, we could RBT them, I guess. Old silicone. Oh, wow.
Those are brittle, huh?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Is there any on the valve cover? Nope.
Yeah.
And see some?
Is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, we don't have valve cover gaskets now. My wife tore it up. Y'all seen it? I gotta give everybody an update on Dirty John. I call Bob's Rat Rod Dirty John because of John Milner off American Graffiti. His little yellow 32.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a dirty version of it. Dirty John. But anyway, this is the carburetor we had on it, y'all. This is Nick, well, it's Wesley's carburetor. Come off the 68 Torino that we got from New Bern, our Motor Trend.
It's pretty.
This is the something sticking me in my throat today. This is the distributor that we got off the same car. Tried it. We pulled them off yesterday. Bob ordered a distributor and he came over yesterday. Yesterday was a nasty, rainy, thundering, miserable day.
And cold.
Huh?
And cold.
Yeah. But we did manage to put the new distributor in, get it timed, new coil, went back to Bob's original plug wires because when he ordered the distributor, he ordered the female cap. What else do we do? We just put the Holly 600 back on it of ours because it does run good with it. And you ain't seen this. I had a Moon Eyes tack in there on the shelf. Don't she look right at home in there?
Oh yeah, that looks really, really good.
Really, really, really good.
It does.
Now we're not guessing, we know how many RPMs. Let's see if she'll crank right up. So, it's running good. So that's a little update on Dirty John here. So later on this evening, if we have time, there is a local cruise-in happening in our little town. And I know it's ugly and overcast, but they're not calling for any rain. Me and Jennifer might take this thing up there and do a little cruise in. Or
We're gonna go to the cruise-in.
we're gonna cruise by the cruise-in. I got tongue-tied, or all twisted up. Let's get on this Hemi, y'all. I'm hoping this thing's gonna crank and run, and maybe it's got good oil pressure. Maybe it ain't gonna knock. Maybe it won't sling a rod. All right, better not stand over that. But hit me in the face with something. Are you ready? Almost 120.
Is that good?
Oh God, yeah. I don't know, but
Not good?
didn't bump 100.
Is that the one that's bad?
No, that's the next one.
Uh-oh, okay.
Okay, this is rusty hole cylinder.
Okay.
What we gonna get?
I don't know.
I give up, I ain't even trying.
That don't sound good. That don't look good at all. That's bad.
Maybe if we run this thing, it might, maybe just the ring stuck. We'll call it that.
Okay.
Maybe if it fires up and runs, it'll just clean that cylinder right on up and be like, hey, I got 140 pounds compression now. All right, let me do this last one and then we'll go to the other side. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, that one got over 100. All right, go test the wire.
You gonna shock me?
Only the first 2 cylinders will. No, it ain't gonna shock you.
You won't if I touch the wire, it's not gonna... Why,
No, baby, it's not gonna touch you.
You're lying?
I mean, I'm not lying, it's not going to shock you.
All right.
Hang on, I'll tell you when.
Okay.
All right, hit it. Yeah. Well, I nod my head, that means stop.
Oh, I was making sure I wasn't getting struck over here.
Are you worried about something blowing out the exhaust?
No, I'm worried about this shocking me.
All right, this is the other cylinder that had water in it. All righty, ma'am. Touch it.
Not good?
Well, that's better than the other one. And those rings might be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, soaking them all week and all kind of junk definitely ain't hurt it, but at least it's got some compression. All right, hit it again. About 75 on that one. I bet most of these rings are stuck. I say if we get it to run, if it cranks, then we will.
Is it gonna hurt anything if the rings are stuck and they break loose?
I hope not. Normally, with some fresh oil and everything's been soaking in it, they shouldn't break. All right, hit it again. Woo. That right there got some good compression. That's the best one of all. Boy, if all of them was like that, that was terrible. Yeah, do that again. Yeah, that thing's trying to blow the gauge out of my hand. And there's about 130. All right, so that's the best one so far. Anyway, if we crank it and heat it up, they all might get better.
Okay.
We can hope for it. The 2 cylinders that had water in them, they both have the lowest amount of compression. The rest of them are 75, 100, 120. This one right here was the best one so far at 130. All right, let me get the adapter put on there, get our oil filter on there, and let's get some oil in it, and I gotta get a carburetor on it. So let me get all this done, y'all, and we will be back. So I want to show y'all what I'm doing here. So if any of you Mopar guys, baby Hemi guys, tell me I'm doing this wrong, so is that gonna come loose? Oh wow. All right, let me find a hammer. Got a bump on you. Okay. So that's pressure coming out of there, because when I was spinning it over, it was shooting oil out of that fitting right there. And this must be the return. So the return is the hole on the right over there. The one in between the 2 bolt holes. So it mounts like this. It does not go like that, because I told him the starter was on this side with the adapter plate. All right, maybe that zooming there, maybe my filter will work. It's going to be very close. I've got a little short filter, so we'll try it. All right, let me get some bolts. The kit come with bolts. Eric suggested putting some silicone on those bolts. Come with a new gasket. So let me get this surface cleaned up on the engine, get my silicone, and let me get her mounted. And my buddy Dylan just showed up. He stopped off at the parts house and grabbed us some spark plugs. And I got to Google and see what the firing order is on this Hemi. All right, guys, we'll be back. Well, I got her on, y'all. I got the old one off and got the gasket off and buffed it up real good. Got it good and clean. This come with a new gasket, and I put a little touch of silicone on the new aluminum piece here and glued my gasket to it and let it sit for a minute, and then I siliconed all 4 bolts. And then I got them started, and I just kept going around torquing them real good, you know, not to strip them or break them or anything, but it's on there. It looks cool. It's a neat little product from I think it's Hot Heads or Hemi Hot Heads. I got a cool little sticker with my part. Hot Heads Research and Racing Incorporated, and there's their phone number. So I don't know how big of a company this is. They have some cool stuff online, and the guy I talked to is Eric, and he has been very helpful and very nice and respectful with me asking dumb questions, because like I said, I have not fooled with one of these engines. Have you ever fooled one, Dylan?
Negative.
Negative.
Never even seen one in person.
Never even seen one in person. Dylan just knows that it's a baby Hemi, and he wants to hear it run. I want to hear it run too. So anyway, it's been sitting here draining the whole time I've been putting this on and doing the compression test. So whatever's out of it should be out of it by now. I'm gonna put the filter on. Crap, I ain't got no valve cover gaskets, and everybody I called today was like, what? So
The other one's tear.
yeah, they come all 2 pieces. So we might have to put a little RVT on the valve covers just to stick them on there, and hope for the best.
Yeah, Nothing else. We can go get some gasket materials and make some.
Nah, it's too much trouble. I'll just put some silicone on there, and I'll clean the rails off real good, and we'll do it that way. All right, guys. Let me finish getting this thing buttoned up and find a carburetor to throw on it, and maybe we can hear this thing bark off here shortly. Grab us a rag and spray some brake cleaner on that and wipe that off good, bud, where I can put a little silicone around it. I've never done this before.
What, going gasketless?
Yes, on valve covers. Everywhere I called, nobody had any. I was like, Wesley, what are you working on?
But they were surprised to hear too.
Yeah.
A what?
So we're just gonna put a thin layer around here. Smear it around with my finger and set them on the heads and just not really tighten them a whole lot. That way maybe it ain't gonna run that long. Ain't got no water hook to it or nothing, so I'm just trying to keep it maybe from, and I probably could have just left them off and run it, but we'll throw them on just for fun. They'll only go one way, and not that way.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da!
That just made it custom right there. Okay. We can find a little oil, wipe on this seal. Alright, we clearance that zoom in. We got an oil filter. Let me put the plug back in. Let me jack this trailer up. The oil pan's not exactly level. See if anything else is gonna run out. So look at that. Yep, some more's running now. We're gonna do it like this right here. So I'm gonna put that in there. Do that like that. I wonder if you're supposed to put never seas on that.
We'll find out when we can't get them out again.
Boy, that one that had water in it, I had time getting it out. Okay. Okay. You are not following directions, sir. Hand that here. You're moving slow. You just have the plugs ready. How about that? I'm getting anxious. I'm ready to hear this thing bark. Shoot, we're gonna be Hemi people.
I guess I'll go ahead and order you a t-shirt now.
I mean, now.
Well, yes, it has a Hemi in it.
Yeah. I called Fryburger up and said, hey, guess what? I need one of them shirts. I wonder if this got the same firing order as his shirt he wears. We're going to have to Google the firing order. Alright, so the firing order on it is 1843657 and it's 13572468. Alright, so this right here is going to number 1. This one should be going to number 8. The next one should be number 4. Number 4. This one right here should be going to number, where am I at? 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's going to 3. The next one should be 6. 2, 4, 6. The next one should be 5. 1, 3, 5. Next one should be number 7. Yep, my last plug over here. And the next one should be your very front plug. Okay. Alright. So that is wired correctly. If we got the right Google page, this front bowl is full. Vacuum advance is hooked up. We think we got the right firing order. Oil plugs tight. 8 new spark plugs. Oil filters on tight. Alright, I'm going to roll it over. And let's see. We get some oil pressure. I'm assuming that's what that is, because
You don't know what that is?
they had a metal line in there. I mean, I'm assuming that's the oil pressure gauge.
That's not looking good, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's see if it barks. Okay, timing sounds like it's way high. Alright, so gonna back it off. We'll try right there. You didn't see nothing up front?
There's nothing in the timing over on the bottom.
Huh. It's probably some Mopar guy trick. Okay. Oof.
Is that good or bad? Oh wow, we got smoke.
I know.
Is that bad?
No. Oh, it's gonna smoke like crazy.
Oh, okay.
Still no oil pressure?
I wouldn't look at the gauge, honestly.
What?
Uh-oh.
Did y'all hear that?
Still ain't got no oil pressure. It wants to.
Oh, battery's not real hot. Okay, I can't stand it. Let me, let's pull this plug, Dylan, and see where number 1 is. She's gonna run. Come on,
Well,
baby.
it tried to just a second ago.
She's gonna run. Give us a flathead. Oh, that thing ain't even hardly got no gas. Dylan brings the biggest flathead in the toolbox to take off a distributor cap.
Well,
I think he thought I was gonna stick it down in that hole.
I thought you were too.
That's what I was thinking, just ride number 1 to the top.
I thought that's what you were using it for. You need to be more specific when
I
you
guess
send
so.
us for tools.
Okay. Lay right there to the side. No, that's fine, but I'm just gonna bolt. Alright. That's like,
Almost at the top, man.
yeah, I'm hoping it's 180 out because I think number 1, where was number 1 at? Yeah, number 1's way back here. Oh,
I wonder if the cap's on back. Or maybe on the exhaust.
no, it only goes one way.
You need to try to bump it for you while you're
No,
over
I'm
there?
gonna let Dylan watch it. Can you see in there good, Dylan? Yeah.
Come on. Alright, that looks like number 1 to the top right there.
That does?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta bring her on around now. We're gonna try right there. All right. Come on, baby. Light up. What?
Oh my God!
Look at the perfect smoke ring.
It did! Oh my God!
Did you see the perfect smoke ring?
That was awesome. Bet Dylan can't make one of those.
All right, hit it.
It's got 20 pounds of oil pressure.
Oh, we're getting oil pressure.
Yep.
All right, so we
Tastes good, Dylan?
What happened?
Dylan's been abused.
About what?
He's got oil and stuff all over his closets now.
Take your hand up there. It ain't gonna shock you, Jim.
He's afraid you'll get
Oh,
shocked.
he barely touched
I
it.
don't blame him.
I'm trying to die on camera.
Go.
About 45.
All that oil that poured in there.
Well, that's awesome.
It don't even sound bad. Yeah, hang on. I gotta put some more fuel in. I gotta hear it again.
Baby, we ain't got no water in it.
Oh, cold as a wedge. I hope you got them smoke rings on camera.
I did.
Those first couple, they were perfect.
I know. There was like 2 or 3 of them I saw.
I've been gonna hook my clicky clacky up to this thing.
Oh God. I figured that was coming anyway.
You're robbing a radiator out of one of them old trucks somewhere.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hit it, sunshine.
It gets to about 43, 42 oil pressure.
Really?
Yeah. Is that good?
Oh yeah. I'm tickled to death. It's got oil pressure. I just
I got close to 45-ish at one time, but
okay. We're gonna regroup on this situation. It runs. I want to hook up some gas to it and let it run just a little bit longer. And I'll check the heat on the heads and see if we can get it to idle. Right now it's just sucking that front bowl down. But hey, it runs. It's got oil pressure and I don't hear no major knock.
I don't either. It sounds good to me.
And all that crap I poured in them cylinders is blowing and burning it out. All right, guys, what time is it? We got to be somewhere around 3-ish.
It is 2:30.
Okay, let's go do what we got to do. And if we get back in time, we will jump back on this. If not, we will jump back on it first thing in the morning. But anyway, we'll be back, y'all. Mitch, when you think you're the coolest guy in the parking lot, then this guy rolls up.
I only had one Corvette, and that's the most embarrassing car I ever owned.
Get in and out of it.
You get in, you climb up, right up someplace, listen to rock and roll music, looking cool, climb out on your hands and knees and ask a young fella to help you up. Now that's embarrassing.
Well, that ain't my car. That belongs to Rat Rod Bob. He just built that thing. He built it in about 10 months over in Baxterville.
Yeah.
And he built it where he can get in and out of it. He's 70 years old.
Young fella.
Yeah. You go in butt first and the steering wheel comes off, and so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not when you're driving, I hope.
No.
Oh, he put a
I mean, if you're like a professional driver, you could.
Oh, he put a racing steering wheel on it, so he
When you get our age, you are professional.
It's got a quick connect on it.
Yeah.
It's about time. We brought Bob a hot rod up here. Looks good. Looks real good.
Hey, there's not even a big crowd here. And Bob's car's drawing a crowd.
I know. Look at all the people he's got here. He's got fans everywhere. He should be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already told him about his channel and everything.
I told him over there. He's looked it up on his phone and already subscribed.
See?
He should
Bob,
be here signing autographs and stuff.
all those shout outs that you gave me and Jennifer, we are giving back. And the car is running excellent.
Yep.
So the little 600 is doing awesome. The new distributor is doing awesome. And it will spin the tires very well now.
I heard him bark a little.
Yeah, well, I didn't,
I won't tell Bob.
I'm going to let Bob do the initial hazing.
Yeah, it wasn't a hazing. It was just like, "Err."
Yeah.
So.
I'm not going to burn the new off of him. That's going to be his job. But anyway, cool car.
Our March People's Choice Award by a lot of votes for this nice coupe right here. Congratulations.
All right, guys, we registered this car in Rat Rod Bob's name. And those of you that do not watch his channel, y'all please go check out Rat Rod Bob. Me and Jennifer was in the shop working on the Hemi motor. We hopped in the coupe, run up here to our local cruise in, and look, Dirty John got a People's Choice Award.
His first trophy.
His first trophy, his first time out and about. So, look, Bob, all your awesome skills has done got the first trophy. So, hey guys, thank y'all very, very much. We appreciate it so much. So, all right guys, y'all hang out. We headed back home to get back started on the Hemi. I want to hear that thing running idle tonight. So, everything's 65 degrees. All right guys, we got the manual fuel pump hooked up. It works. I couldn't believe it. And there's no timing mark on it, so I'm gonna just try to set it by ear. I'm gonna try to get it cranked, maybe get it to idle. Got my screwdriver, temperature gun. We'll shoot the head, see how hot it's getting, and we will see how it runs. Okay, are you ready to wake the neighbors?
Yeah. I think they're used to it.
Maybe that won't leak. that?
Nasty water, I'm assuming.
She's starting to build steam. Yeah, it smells like nasty water. Did you see the flames that thing's shooting?
So, is that good or bad?
Well, when I
I keep
filled,
seeing rust flying out. Look at all the rust on the ground.
when I filled the cylinders up with all that oil and stuff, when I was looking at it today, a lot of it has settled right here. And I took that shop vac and sucked a bunch of it out, and I figured it would burn out just like that. It's burning out all right. Now I wish I had a radiator.
We didn't hurt it, did we?
No, it was 176 when we killed it. Heck yeah! My first Hemi, and it runs. Not perfect. It blows flames. The little red Ram 270 lives again. We got to find us something to put this in. You tired? You hungry?
I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm cold.
But we had a good day. Bob's car won a trophy.
Sure did.
Anyway, you want to check compression before we go, just for fun?
I reckon.
On the bad cylinder?
Okay.
You're not going to croak out on me because of hunger and cold?
I reckon not.
All right.
Was topping out.
Oh, Lord.
That's all?
That's it. That's all she made. Okay. So if I do put it in something, I'm going to have to rebuild it. Well, running it didn't help it. Didn't hurt it, but it didn't help it. At least we know. So it needs to be bored. It needs to be, I have to buy new pistons, rings, bearings, all the above. But that's fine. It's an old engine. I'm not gonna be mad at it. 1955, you said it's how old?
68.
68 years old, so yeah. Can't be mad at it. It's cool. That's all that matters. But anyway, thanks guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. And there again, y'all leave me some info on these old Hemi motors. And if y'all have any leads on anything, y'all let me know. And y'all teach me some junk. I know there's some old timers out there that knows a lot of tips and tricks about these things. So y'all please fill me in. During the meantime, y'all be safe, have fun, and find y'all an old Hemi to crank. But anyway guys, thank y'all. We greatly appreciate y'all. See y'all on the next one.